Well, despite other polls showing a dip in Conservative support in the wake of the Senate scandal, a new Ipsos Reid survey suggests the Tories are actually hanging in. According to the poll, the Conservatives are at 30% support, even as the party is embroiled in the mess of Mike Duffy's allegations. That's only 1 point off last week's numbers. The Liberals dropped 2 points and sit level at 31% with the NDP. When you factor in the poll's margin of error, though, the parties are all essentially tied. With no shortage of material coming out of the Senate, you might think Justin Trudeau would go on the offensive, but he's sticking to a more or less positive message in a new ad released online.
By now, you might have heard the Conservatives say that I have the wrong priorities. They mean, of course, that I don't share their priorities. I couldn't agree more.
This video is called Real Priorities. Trudeau cites the Conservatives painting him as someone with the wrong positions and says he's fighting for the middle class. Liberal officials say it's a national ad that will get significant play when it airs Monday. Meantime, Trudeau keeps it positive in his ads, but on the stump, he's wasting no time. You guessed it, attacking Prime Minister Harper. Both men support the Keystone XL pipeline project, but Trudeau says Harper's tactics are not helping the project get approved. Let's get more on this angle now from Rob Gibson, who joins us from Calgary. Rob.
How you doing, Anita? Yeah, it looks like the circus is coming to town. You know, Stephen Harper is coming home to Calgary.
Yeah.
He makes Calgary his home. He's hoping for a better reception than he's been receiving in the House of Commons all week. Really, he's had to deal with that. Looks like that is going to dog him all the way here. Although, as you mentioned, Justin Trudeau took the high road, really, when he went to the Petroleum Club. Honestly, for many Albertans, it's shocking to see pictures of him in the Petroleum Club, because if you think back 30 years ago, Pierre Trudeau wouldn't even bother to come to Calgary. He sent his representative, was Alan McEachern, and he came heavily guarded by the RCMP. So times have changed. He was in the Petroleum Club, speaking to members of the Petroleum Club, and one of the things he brought up was the idea of a carbon tax. They also brought up the idea that Prime Minister Harper backed the wrong man when it came to the U.S. election. Let's listen.
I put forward a hypothesis. The possible explanation is that Prime Minister Harper expected Mr. Romney to win. I think that's one of the explanations, because honestly, I don't entirely understand why Mr. Harper thought that ignoring environmental concerns throughout his economic agenda would actually be beneficial to the environment. I think he's a smarter man than that.
Trudeau also said that if Canada had a carbon tax, then it's far more likely that Keystone XL would have been approved. He also claims that Harper doesn't know how to deal with people who don't share his ideology, and that has cost the country in terms of dealing with the Obama administration. The Republican representative Mitt Romney was known as a big proponent of the XL pipeline, and if he had been elected president, then things may look very different than they do now. As it stands, Keystone XL is supposed to be looked at for approval by late 2013, early 2014, but some say that may even be pushed, Anita, and he may leave it for the next administration, as Obama increasingly looks like a lame duck president.
Absolutely. All right, Rob, thank you so much for this.
You're welcome.
That is Rob Gibson, folks, in Calgary. Meantime.